then I like thinning it, going past the 8 ball and over behind the thin 4.
Well, it looks like.
Looks like he can make it,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Not like that, but it looks like he made it the other way.
That was weird. Did
Yeah.
the 3 ball hit the point at all?
Yeah, that's what
what
it
it
is.
is.
Almost had to have hit the point. Because if he hit it out,
By the
he
way,
didn't have any. He didn't have any.
while we're talking about it, at bank pool, if I got a ball like that and I call it straight back and it catches the point of the side and goes in, is that good? Or is that no
Absolutely, it's good.
good? It's good. Okay.
Well,
I thought.
Yeah, it has to be good because there's a lot of times when you bank balls that hits that rail, and that side is the point is part of the rail.
Okay, that's what I wondered.
If it isn't good, then I'm taking shots that I don't deserve because I've made them.
No, you wouldn't do that. No, Billy Cardone would never do that. You know, we're going to get a lot of heat over this. We've been entirely too nice to each other.
Yeah.
When I get home, I'm going to hear about it. All right. It's going to be 30-24, 6-game lead again.
I guess they've been averaging about 5 minutes a game because we played 50 games in about, well, it started at 6 o'clock. Now it's with an hour break, it's 11:30. That's 10:30. 4.5 hours took to play 50 games. More than that, yes.
I was talking with Corey. He says Shane makes the ball on the side as much as he does.
He has been, yeah. And he's making an extra one more often than
Well, he's hitting them
Shane-
harder.
yeah, than Corey. There it goes again, you see?
Yep.
But he's made that other one, and now he's made another one. So you see, his break seems to be better.
All right, now the 4 ball is a problem ball here. Given the lie of the 5 ball, though, if I couldn't get an angle on the 3 as I make just 1 ball to break out the 4, I just play for the bank.
Yeah, but, you know, the 1 to the 3 may be a problem in itself because look where the cue ball's going, you know. He'd like to go.
I think he can hit this easy, Billy.
You think so? I don't think so. I think he's got to go down the table here.
Okay.
And now he's got a pretty awkward angle. He's going away from the 4. And he's got a fairly tough shot on the 3. So his chances.
He could put him in the 6-ball city jail. He could put the cue ball right behind that 6 and 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's got a lot of room to do that.
I can't tell if the 3 goes in the side. I don't believe it quite does.
If it goes in the side, then he can knock out the 4. But I think to put him behind the 4-6, he's going to have to carefully, you know, control the 3 ball. That seems to be the problem with this shot. It's not relocating the cue ball behind the 4-6. It's controlling the red 3 ball.
Well, yeah, there's other ways you could play safe, too.
By using the 7, 8, and 10 for protection.
I like this shot here a lot.
See, you know.
Oh, he was able to make it.
Well, I don't know if he played that, you know, because had he been able to make it, he would have hit it much harder than that to get away from that position. I think I think he only had a small portion of a pocket. It was too risky to play. That's why he positioned the cue ball where he did. It backfired on him.
All right, now does he have? He might have an angle to get this behind the 5 if he does it just right. Or he may be cutting it in the side.
You know, he might hit that point if he's not careful.
Right. But he'd have to come close to hitting the point to get the cue ball to go behind the 5.
So I don't even know if he has an advantage from this position.
No, he might not. It's not the easiest spot.
Now he's looking elsewhere, which is an indication that he doesn't like the other route, you know. And by going this way, he's going to hit the 6 ball, and then he's trying to get behind the 10 after hitting the 6.
Well, that's too
difficult.
exotic.
It is, but obviously it's something that he's considering.
You know what Efren would do here? He'd mash the ball and put the cue ball behind the 6, and the 4 would move about 3 inches.
You're probably right. You know, he does some miraculous stuff.
Like this, right? He's considering it.
He's going to go behind the 10, or at least he's going to try to. He used the wrong English. You know, the other English might.
Right. Well, when he first addressed it, the shot that he ended up shooting, he was using the correct English, and he changed.
In the meantime, this is a pretty tough shot to start off with here.
Oh, sure. Well, when you're behind, you want to have something that you can hit with authority. Well, he made it. Now, on the new cloth, I'd make sure I drew this a little bit with my spin to make sure I don't scratch 2 rails.
There it goes.
Wow.
Well, he was able to get away with it.
Pretty close. Closer than I would have wanted to come.
Oh, very, very, very close there.
Wow, this is...
Now, this is kind of touchy, too. If he happens to brush the 8, he's got a problem here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he's got to cut the 7 ball thinly enough to make it, and then if he runs into the 8, you know, he was able to avoid contacting the 8, and it looks like he's going to handle this. This will be game 55. This will put him within 5 games of the lead once again. You know, you have to feel that this was a very well played match because of how far behind Corey has fallen several times and has been able to come back.
Right.
And for him to have fallen behind by that significant amount is a testament to how well Shane's been playing. So therefore, both players have been playing well.
Yes, they have. And again, this is kind of new to us because we're not used to races, of this length. A headset, sure. I played Louis Roberts one time, a 5-ahead 9-ball set, and we played for 19 hours. You would think that you could get that over with.
5 ahead, 19 hours.
Right, that's what I mean.
Wow, that must have been.
So it was close.
It must have been tight pockets or real tight pockets.
No, they weren't real tight.
You would think someone would string enough racks to be able to win it. Well, he's not going to come up with anything. And the 5 and the 6 have ended up closely together over there. I don't believe the 5 passes the 6, which it doesn't.
Can he get enough collision-induced English on the cue ball by cutting the 1 to his right to lengthen it out, along with the new cloth, to have the cue ball come back behind the 5-6?
Oh, think? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think he can do that,
Oh,
right?
yeah. And I think he's sending the 1 ball toward the 7.
Right.
And in doing that, I think and that's a real good shot because if you hit it well, you loosen up the 5 from the 6.
Yeah,
See?
just like this.
Matter of fact, he could have even tried to loosen up the 5 from the 6. That would have been a
Yeah.
plus, with that particular
Well,
shot.
he couldn't bridge very comfortably and put any English on it,
I
though.
see.
So that's why now I think Corey might be able to squeeze this around the 5 and past the 9 and hit the 1.
And if he does the 3 ball with an 8 and pocketing the 1, he
Right.
can even, he can hit the 1 into the 3.
A nice shot.
And it looks like he's gotten far enough back up table to cut this 2 in, but it requires the thinnest of
I
hit
don't
here.
think so. I think he's looking to go down the table and break those up. I mean, I think he's playing safe, I think. I might be wrong. But if I could make it cutting it in, I'd hit it with a nice flat ball and try to make cue ball go back and forth across the table. Like that. Nice shot.
He still has to deal with that 5 and 6. Maybe he was taking a look to see if that billiard was available, 5-6 billiard.
Maybe. Well,
And
now with the 7 where it is, it's hard for him to get an angle on this 4 ball to go down there and break
yes,
him
it
up.
is. Yes, it is. But
Now, that's about as good as he could get if he put the cue ball up there where he set the chalk momentarily. This might work. I'm not sure. He might have an angle to play the 9-ball combination in the side and have the 4 ball go down towards the 5-6.
that's a thought, Then you have to do it's a little bit of a gamble, but it may be worth it.
It's just a thought. I'm not saying that's what he'll do or what he should do.
Oh, he's playing. No, he's breaking him up and playing him behind the 9. No, he did that. He did what you said.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would have worked out well if he would have contacted the 6, considering the speed that he hit it with.
Yeah, the 4 would have been worse off
Yeah.
than the end rail probably. Well, now that you're here, I'm not making that 4 unless I have it in my mind what I'm going to do with the 5-6.
I don't think banking the 4 to the other pocket would be that bad of a shot.
No, I like that. I like that. And draw the cue ball in the 6-5 like that. Well, he didn't really try to make it.
I think I would have tried to make it.
Yeah, it laid pretty good for that, I thought.
And even if he didn't make it, there's a chance that it could have gotten behind that little wall of balls there with the 10, 7, 8.
Well, it looks like Shane has enough of the 4 ball to cut it in the right-hand corner.
Yeah, but that's a tough shot.
Oh, of course it's tough.
So therefore, actually what Corey did, you really can't find much fault in what he did because he hasn't left Shane what you consider something that is easy. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if he's a favorite or if he has the advantage from this position. Which obviously wants the cue ball. And then Corey certainly is going to get paid off for this. For his.
Well, how would you play this, Billy? This is a little funny.
Well, I get close to it. I try to get as close as I can to the 5-6, and no matter what angle I end up with, I think I'll be okay. But as long as I get fairly close to it.
See, what he's looking at is if I play the combination, how can I control the 5 ball?
Right.
Or should I play for the bank?
Well, that would be the ideal angle to get on for the combination. But I think either angle would suffice, providing you got close enough to it. No, he didn't get as close as he wanted to. Now he may have gotten a little awkward on it, where he has to worry about the collision with the cue ball after contacting the 5 and pocketing the 6, the 5 might go back into the cue ball.
Right. That's the way I play it if I get this angle here. And I play position for the same pocket. I play to kiss it. That way I can hit it easy with no English. He's going to hit it firmer and just cut it like that. That's a beautiful shot.
And he's got himself an angle now to where, if he plays position for the 7 on the side, there's problems here because of the position of the 8 and 10.
I think he's okay here if he just lags it.
See, now there's problems here. If he brushes that 8, there would have been a big problem, but he was able to avoid that.
I would have stayed on the other side of the side pocket. But he's fine, as it happens.
And now, if he's able to run these 2 balls, which there's no reason why he shouldn't, the score will then be 30-26, and the lead will be 4 games like it was on the break.
Right.
So therefore, since they've broken even since then. But now, Corey's got the break coming in. Where after the break, I think Shane was playing with the break, wasn't it, right? Did Shane have the break after the break was over?
I don't remember.
Because the break is very big here. Even though they're playing 10 ball, the break seems to be a big factor.
Well, it's negated by the fact that they're both able to make that ball in the side pocket so often.
Right, but the player at the table breaking the balls has a distinct advantage.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, of course, right.
But Corey has to come back with the cue ball, something he neglected to do 3 times in a row before the break.
Yeah, he's been going forward.
He's going to end up with a shot, and a good one, too.
Yes, he is.
And the balls are spread nicely over the table. The 3 to the 4 seems to be the problem.
Yeah.
If there is one. All other balls are laying, reasonably well. The 3 to the 4, there may be a small problem. The 5 to the 6 could be a problem.
Well, if the cue ball was where the 1 is, if the 1 was the cue ball and he's shooting the 3, it's easy to get on the 4. That's
Right.
the angle I would most like to have.
Yeah, but to get the cue ball down there is another thing because, from where he's starting out now on the 1, he's going to have to go toward the 4 and the 8, it looks like, unless he spins it to his right, with outside English, or if he goes in between the 10 and the 4. So therefore, there's a lot of problems with this first shot.
Well, he got pretty good here.
Now he wants to come in between the 8 and the 10.
And back down.
Down where you say was the ideal position.
That's
right
what
over
he's
there.
looking at.
There you go. If he's able to reposition the cue ball there, the 3 to the 4 is real nice. The 4 to the 5 is okay.
On the other side of the 3 ball, ladies and gentlemen, is tough. You've got all kinds of problems.
Yeah, you got traffic. You got clear path to the 4 if he positions the cue ball on the other side of the 3 ball. The only problem out here is a mini one, but still a problem, is the 5 to the 6.
Right. Well, when a table is playing like this one is, and the 6 lies where it is, and the 5, I just try to get straight in on the 5. I don't try to get cute. I can draw it back a couple of feet and be fine.
Absolutely, yeah. That'd be ideal if he got straight in on the 5. And he's gotten a little thin on the 4s to do that, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Now he may have to come up table and back down toward the 5. Well, he was able to spin it. And he's got the angle that you said you wanted, which this is the straight in angle. Now all he needs to do is make sure he pockets this ball.
Yeah, so he's 2 or 3 feet back, and got to be careful here, though. Do you go 1 rail or 2 rails?
Well, he should go, I think,
Right,
1
exactly,
rail.
1, but which
One
side
rail.
of the 10 ball?
In between the 9 and the 10.
Yep, good shot.
Going 2 rails, you really make the shot play much more difficult.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have gone 2 rails. I'm just making conversation. All right, now he's looking pretty good to narrow the gap a little more.
If he's able to run out this rack, he will then be the closest he's been to the lead in quite some time. Because once before, he was within 3 games of the lead. And then Shane responded, he came back with another onslaught and built that lead back up to, I believe, 11 games. Or 9 games. It's been so long. But once again, it looks like DEUEL has cut this lead down to 3 games, and he has proven that he's a resilient player, and he certainly has, the fortitude to do this. And he's playing really well right now.
Yep, you have to give him credit. He didn't break the balls like he wanted to last game either.
But he did make a ball on the side. It wasn't the ball he intended to make.
Right.
But nevertheless, he made a ball on the side and ended up with a pretty good shot on the 1 and made a nice out. And that's what he needs to do to beat Van Boom. Van Boom's playing really well. I'm kind of curious to find out or to see how well Shane will play if he ever happens to fall behind by a couple games.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be unflustered.
There goes the 9. Okay, now he got kissed back up table, so therefore he really doesn't have a shot on the 1.
No, and this is tough to roll out on because of the 7 ball being in the pocket.
Yep.
If he can hit his right side of the 1 ball, he's got a decent safety.
If he can hit the 1, he might be able to cut the 1 into the 7. Because if he shoots so accurately.
Yeah, I didn't know he could hit that part
I said
of it.
if he can. I'm not sure he can. And a push would be very difficult because of what you said, the position of the 7. Now he's gonna push here so he can see the edge of the 1. It looks like. I don't know if he's able to hit that 1. Maybe he's going to play rail first if he can't hit the 1. He playing rail first is a big ball too, if he hit it well.
Right.
So therefore, it's definitely a challenge. So it's not like an easy take or pass there. And anytime you push out where there's a lot of indecision out there, you pushed out well. Now he's trying to figure out whether he can feel this kick well enough to accept the shot. And sometimes you really feel, you fool yourself saying, "Oh, I think I can do this, and I don't want to give it to him." And now you seem like you're a little confused, and that means he's done his job well.
When a ball's not hung up in the pocket, I do pretty well with this shot because I play it to either make it or the ball over to the side rail and back about where it is now.
Well,
But this is pretty good here. I like this. This gives you a reasonable chance. Look at this. He might make this.
I think he did make it. Well, things are starting to change here a little bit. Okay, looks like he's going to have to go 3 cushions around for the 3 here. And he's going to have to hit this with a good stroke to get it long enough.
Another possibility, he could bank the ball into the 7 if he doesn't think he could do the 3 rails.
Oh, he went the other way. I don't know about that shot. It looks like he may have a shot.
I don't think he can hit it.
I think you're right. I don't know. From our vantage point, he may have made this ball. No.
I didn't leave anything though.
I kind of like the 3 cushion route to the 3.
Yeah, that wasn't well thought out. That was, and he didn't take enough time really to reason that out and pick the best shot.
Looks like he has a bank, Grady. And
Well, if he can hit that much of the ball, sure. I didn't know he could hit that much.
yeah,
Of it.
but it looks like he does. He decided to play safe there, but he did have a bank. I was surprised. I was surprised to see him not go for the bank.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sure. Well, I might take a kick to hit the 3 into the 7 here, like that.
Wow, he hit the 7 and didn't make it. Maybe he's glad he didn't make it. Look at these. We positioned the cue ball behind the 4, and now Shane's at the table with no shot.
I don't know about that. If he can hit his right side of the 3, doesn't he have a natural big?
I don't think he can hit the 3 because he shook his head in disgust, like, look at this, you know.
Well, I didn't think Corey was especially lucky there.
Well, maybe he can hit the 3.
Yeah, and he might even be able to hit the 3 into the 5 as he makes the 7. And he wants to hit this very easy like that. Uh-oh.
It's so difficult to control the cue ball in that type of a shot. So therefore, what he did, I thought he hit really well, but didn't get rewarded for the hit. Meantime, Duel's at the table, and this could be just a 2-game match.
Yeah, it sure could. Well, it really should be.
I guess he's going to just draw it straight back.
There's nothing wrong with that. The lie, the 5 and 6 make that not a bad shot at all.
I kind of like him playing the 5 in the lower right-hand corner, the corner that's underneath him, drawing the cue ball to the other side of the side.
Right. You don't want to go to the rail,
table.
you risk getting snookered.
Right, exactly. Going across table, you have to deal with the 6. And that's nicely executed there. Providing that he's not totally straight.
Well, even if he's straight, he could follow it and play the 6 in the corner of the side.
Yeah, that's what he is. He is straight.
Good shot.
Oh, excellent speed.
Right.
He laid perfect on this ball. He can
Yeah.
hit it nice with a nice speed and go toward the 8.
Yep, he'll float right up by the side pocket like this.
And all of a sudden, we have a 30-28 score. What was once an 11-game lead.